he said. Why is that important? The nature of God's holiness and integrity does not allow him to violate his own word.
That's right.
The nature of, let me say that, you're writing this down? The nature of God's holiness and his integrity does not allow him to violate his own word. If he said it, beloved, that's it. That's it. Whatever he says about you, that's it.
All right.
You must believe what he says about you above what anybody else says about you. There's only one other voice that's just as important as what God says about you, and that's yours.
That's right.
Because whatever he says about you, if you say contrary to that, guess what? You're not going to see what he said about you. Outside of your voice, there's no other voice that is of importance, as important, than what God says concerning you. I remember years ago, they had back in the day, some of you remember, some of you people that are from this area remember when they used to have, they used to call it the block up that way. And we moved out here in 1958. So the block was just,
all right.
you know. But in the 60s, the block started booming.
Yeah.
And I remember, watch this. I remember some of it. Watch this. But I remember, I asked my mom, they had a pool room called Councils. And we used to get our haircut at Mr. Daniels, who had a little pool table. And so while we were waiting to get our haircuts, we could play pool. That was a big thing in my life. I had to ask mother if I could play pool. And so they built this pool room, the councils built this pool room. And, you know, folks were in there playing pool, but it was like some characters in there. They were gambling, they were drugging, they were doing all kinds of things. And so I asked my mother, I said, Mom, I said, can I go up to the block and shoot pool? Why did I ask that? Look what she said. Well, I can't say what she said. But she was like, so I just asked. She said, if I find you on that block, watch this now. If I find you up on that block, with population pop. If I find pop, they have a Mustang. We have a, remember the Mustang? It was yours like this. 25 burgers. 25 burgers. What year was that, Pop? It's a long time, right? That was his store. Oh, I said, so now I know I can go to the block. So now, my dad had sent my brother and I up to the Associated to get something. Okay, so now my mom was away, but my dad had sent us up there to get some bread. So now we are on the block. Well, I said, burger trade. No, we ain't, you know, but nobody knows we're up there for bread, but I'm on the block. You know? I'm on the block, boy. What? Like that. I'm here. I'm supposed to go in the back, see Miss Barbara, get the bread, and come out the back. No, I got to go up through the front. Wow. So my brother's like, yo, we gotta get this bread. Go out there. So now, so we get the bread. Instead of going out the back, we go out the front and we walk back down. My mom pulled by.
My God.
And, you know, it was like, so she was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are y'all doing? Look what I said. Look what I said. Because she was going to kill us. This was before the days of CIS. Or PTA, whatever organization is. getting ready to have us. Didn't I tell? I was like, Mom, we have to. Look what I said. I said, Mom, Daddy said. See, you might think that protection is just a word. But that protection, but Daddy said, kept death. Wait a minute, Mom, Daddy said. He said what? There's a phrase in the Word of God when danger comes.